All right, so we are going to be talking about the open strings. Okay, notes in the open string. How do we get which keys has major notes in the open strings? When I say major notes, I mean notes in the major scales. So which keys has notes in the major scale in the open string? Okay, so I'll leave a link in the description below where I did the first video talking about open strings. Okay, so I should have done this one a long time ago, so I'll just right now. So let's dive right into details. All right, so here it is. Okay, so I'll be using four strings. Okay, four strings. Okay, four strings here, but the principle also applies to 5 and 6 and so on. So just know that once you are using a four string bass, that means you have four open strings for each key. Okay, so starting with the first key, A. So you have it there on the screen. So the key of A, you have that the key itself, okay, it's on the open string, that's A. So that means that's the do. Then the E string, the one on top of it is the saw, and then the one under it is fa. So these are the three major notes uh, we have in the key of A in open string. The last one on G string, that one is to, which is a minor note, a flat 7. Okay, so just for a bonus, I will also add all the minor notes. In fact, I will just mention all the notes in the open string of a key. But in order to save time, I'll put them on the screen here. I guess you can see them already on the screen, so that you can just go through them and then you start using them. But they are so much. Okay, they're not much when you consider one key at a time. They're not much. But thinking of everything, should I memorize this whole everything here? Now, no need to memorize them. Okay, no need to memorize them. As long as you know your major scale, as long as you know the major scale, you are good to go. Okay, like what I said in the previous video. I said I'll leave a link to the description. The video I talked about open string, the first video I talked about open strings. So it's as simple as playing your major scale, but when you get to the part towards the end of the bass where you don't have um, anything to play there, okay, there is no space again. The note after the neck of the bass, after the knot, the neck part there, you just play that part without holding it, and the note you have there is the open string. As simple as that. So the depending on the key you are on at the moment, okay, the open string there will either be do or so or whatever. For example, the key of B as an example, and you play from do, okay, B from let's say the A string, okay, B from the A string, that's the second fret. So when you play the do going backwards, do, and then you go to T, the next note there is supposed to be a La in the major scale, but the very next note between La and T, you have to. So the very next note you have there is the to, and that to you don't have, there is no space for you to hold it. So what do? You let's go. You let's go, and you just play the string like that, and that's how you get it. So you don't need to memorize the whole thing. In key B, what do we have in the open string in this? In key this, what do we have in you don't need to uh, just know the major scale. Okay, so and also in the key of B, if you look at this the notes I put on the screen here, you see that in the key of B, you have fa in the E string. Okay, and how do we get that? Once you play a major scale, you will discover that fa is there. Just play the major scale, and you get it there. So no need to memorize this whole everything. But if you want to memorize, feel free. You can do that. But the secret, it's not even a secret. The thing is, know your major scale, especially the three forms, the three ways of playing the major scale. I'll also leave a link to that video. Three forms of playing the major scale. So with that three forms of playing the major scale, you know how to move around the entire fretboard. And in moving around the entire fretboard, when you get to that end of the bass where you can't hold the note, you just let go and play the note. It will be correct. So that's just it about open strings. Very, very interesting and direct. Okay, so if you have any question, of course, leave it in the comment section, and then click on the like and thumbs up and share this video. And thanks for watching. Bye for now.